Welcome to BioTrack Training. In this module we're going to show you how the basic data entry, update and delete screens work. They all have the same interface, and you'll notice that as soon as you've used one or two of them. So we're going to take an example here. We're going to look at the water testing results. We click on the option to bring us there, and you'll see immediately that you get a report of all your existing water test results. The reason for that is that you may want to update some of those results, or you may want to delete some of those results, and so you need to be able to go to one of those records in order to update or delete it. They are usually ordered according to a particular order that you find convenient, using this Actions button, which we'll deal with a little bit later. You can move through it in the normal way, the data, and you can look through the record you want to change or you want to delete. You'll see at the bottom there it shows you the number of records presented, and that's the order is governed by this Actions button, as I say. So let's say we're going to amend a record. You do that by clicking on the Update Edit icon on the left hand side. There's the record, that single record. We can now make a change to that single record. Let's change one of the parameters to adequate from good, and as you can see, there it is. It's been changed to adequate. And go back. There you can see you can navigate backwards and forwards. Change it back to good, and look again. You can see it's changed to good. You can also delete records in the same way. You move to them with the edit icon, press the delete button. You'll receive a warning. Do you want to confirm or delete? You've deleted it, and there you see the record is gone. Now of course you can also insert records using the same screens. We're going to show you how to do that now. Go back to that screen again. The water testing registry, and click on the create new record button. So we would enter the date, the test type, the responsible from the drop down list, the sample point, factory code 1, leave those results alone, they're okay. There was no incident, and so we just save it, and that record's been added. There you are, there's the record. You can see it again. We can use the cancel button to return at any time. It's a useful button because it means that if you make a change and then you decide you've made a mistake, cancel, it doesn't commit the data to the database. So just do that again. Make a change, decide it's a mistake, cancel, it brings you back, no change made. So the cancel button is a useful way of backing out of something that you didn't intend to do without making any changes. Now some of the screens have duplicate record buttons on them, and this is where you're doing highly repetitive data entry. The duplicate button allows you to create an identical record to the one that is displayed, and that's very useful because it saves you having to enter the same data continuously. Let's just go back. We'll take a brief look at the Actions button because it's very, very useful, but we'll deal with it more completely in another module. When you click on it, you get the first thing you see is the select columns menu. Here you can select which columns appear in your data report. Let's say we take out responsible, that's the person responsible for the test, and apply that. You'll see that the report no longer includes that column. You can have any number of columns in there. The filter allows you to filter data. So for example, here you can filter all your data by a sample date greater than a particular value. Let's say in this case we only want data that happened since the 1st of August, so we click on that, apply it, and we only get data since the 1st of August, actually the one we just entered. There you can see it again. We can delete that filter so we get all the data again. Most for page self-explanatory. How many rows do you want to display? Normally you would keep it to a reasonable level. If you have a huge amount of data, 10 or 20 records per page is enough, and you can then page through the pages of records with the arrow keys at the bottom. If you have a small amount of data, you can set it to all, and then you'll see all the data. And there you go, that's all the data. The next useful thing here is the format. You can sort the data, and you can pick any columns to sort on. You can sort them descending or ascending. In this case it's sample date sorted descending, test type sorted ascending. So you get the latest test date first and the smallest test type first. You can have any number of sort columns, and you can change them at will. You can also save these reports so that they're your own version of these reports. Next thing is control break. This is a way of logically breaking up data so that it formats it in a way that's useful to you. So we'll take, for example, test type. We want to break it on test type, and we want to break it on sample point. Do that. You can see the effect of that. It's broken by sample point, fact code, and then all the test types within that. And then you see fact hot 1, filter 1, etc. It's useful for seeing data in a more logical way. We'll deal with those later. Compute is used for calculating numeric values in fields. So if you have two values, two columns which are numeric, you can calculate a value between them. Aggregate is for things like sum, total, average in columns of data. Chart and group by we'll deal with in the main module on the reports. And that's the actions button. You can cancel the filters, you can cancel all of those at any time. And as I say, when you've got a report which suits you, you can save that report, again using the actions button. That's the basic user interface for data entry. It's quite intuitive and it's universal throughout BioTrack. You'll find the same interface wherever you go: stock control, accounting. That's it. That's the user interface. Thank you.